Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our September readings. This is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I hope everyone's doing well. I cannot believe it's September already. I'm going to have a breakdown if I think about it. I'm using the Angel Tarot cards. I was guided to use these types of decks that I have several of. So I hope you enjoy them. And what else? I'm still running the special, so now would be a good time to order a special or any other kind of reading. I have a few days off coming up, so I can get on top of readings as well. Watch your sun, your moon, your rising. Keep an open mind for the messages that are coming through. There's a bunch of information in the description box below, so if you have any questions, check that out first. And if you can't find your answer there, just contact me. Okay. Now I have shuffled these off camera as well. Some people have said about the sound that it's not great. I don't even know what to do with that because I've got a big microphone right in my face. I've moved it closer to me, but let me know if the sound is okay. I have moved it closer to me. I'm making an effort to speak up, so hopefully that will be okay. Okay, Two of Air, so that's Two of Swords. There's something coming in that you are not aware of, Pisces. So let's just jump right in here. What's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the month of September 2021? What's going on for Pisces in the month of September 2021? There we go. Okay. So we have the Hierophant, Six of Pentacles, Balance, which is Temperance, Three of Wands in the Foundation, Ten of Cups in the Past, Release, so Death card in the near future. These cards are kind of big, so hopefully I have enough space. The Page of Pentacles and how you see yourself, the Seven of Wands in your environment, the Ten of Pentacles in hopes and fears, and Justice in the outcome. So you have a few majors, Pisces, so expect to see some big changes. And with that Two of Swords, you're not expecting it actually, right? So it's funny I said expect to see. They have to do with cycles ending and starting or starting over, to do with making something right or potentially giving something another go around, as it were. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Water, the King of Cups. This can be your energy, or it could be dealing with another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh man. And it's matters of the heart, right? At the heart of the matter. Matters of the heart at the heart of the matter. Yeah, current situation. So what it's all about, we have unity, and this is the Hierophant in this deck. Taurus energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, what am I saying? Virgo could be the season of Virgo, and that's where this is happening. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus is what I was trying to say. Okay, Taurus energy, to do with commitments, something that is long-term, something that is stable. I'm reading the energy, guys. If it applies in your love life or if it applies in your work situation or with your own projects, just take it as it makes sense to you. But we're looking at commitments, okay? What's going to help or hinder the situation? We have the Six of Pentacles, and this is an energy of balance. We also have balance there, Temperance. This is, you know, again, I'm getting the energy of something being put right. Whenever I see the Six of Pentacles with the Justice card, just means you getting what you deserve or something being put right, usually in your favor. The challenge for some of you could be that you don't have enough money, or you feel like you don't have enough money to start something or to progress with something. For others of you, the challenge is around reciprocity. You're not sure if the other party you're dealing with is on the same page as you or vice versa. In the Foundation, the reason for everything, we have the Three of Fire, which is the Three of Wands. This is, you know, it says abundance, things look very good, have patience at this time, make long-term plans. So again, it's about the long term. So at the bottom of everything is someone trying to make a decision for the long term, right? Or someone looking at their options and picking the one that's going to be the best in the long run. I also get an energy of expectations with this, something you put out into the universe or something that you were trying to manifest or have been working on manifesting for a while, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, I don't know. That is what is now being granted to you. That is what is now being, you know, kind of tipped over in your favor, okay? In the past, we have the 10 of water, the 10 of cups. Could be, again, I am getting the energy of starting something over, because this is something that ended, okay, with the 10 of water there. It was something that you were very happy with at one point in time, but it had reached the point where it couldn't go any further for whatever reason. So whether this was a breakup in a relationship, whether this was the end of a job or the end of a contract or a cycle of any kind. But again, it's to do with relationships, with connections with other people in your life, family matters, etc. Also with the Hierophant there. This is something that ended, okay? But it was, I feel like it was difficult to let go of, because it was a happy time. It was a happy situation. It was very fulfilling at one point. So not sure what happened, but it ended in the past. It's something that you kept high hopes for or continue to work on in terms of manifestation and hoping or expecting for it to come back around. Crowning you how you see things. This is also communication. We have balance. So this is Temperance energy, 14 in the major arcana. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So I feel like, yeah, you were working on this and you were trying to manifest it. You were putting everything that you could behind it, right? With the 3 of fire, because it's a minor arcana. It's things that we can control more easily compared to the major arcana energy, which is kind of pretty much out of our control. We just have to go along with it. So this is what you were trying to do, and this is what you were seeing. You were seeing pause. You were seeing, okay, it's not happening. You were seeing delays. You were seeing obstacles, and you were thinking, you know, it's kind of, and that made you think, am I putting too much into this? Should I back down? Should I just give up on this? Should I walk away? Should I just give up hope? Okay, because again, you weren't sure that what you were investing towards was going to kind of return that investment, right? Because at the bottom of everything, you were pushing, doing everything on your part, but what you were seeing was pause, delay, obstacle, 1 step forward, 2 step back type energy. Okay, and it is because it was a matter of divine timing. Okay, that means it's going to happen when it's meant to, the way it's meant to. There's not a lot you can do about it, okay? But in the meantime, you are guided while divine time is playing out, because there's a purpose behind it, right? So in the meantime, you're guided to keep yourself busy doing something productive, doing something constructive, doing something positive, keep working on yourself. That's the energy of temperance. It's not just wait for it, right? It's not happening yet, but you're guided to keep yourself busy and focused on things that you can do and things that you can control. It's not just a waiting game, okay? Now, in the near future, we have release. We have the Death card. The end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, and time to move on. So there's an ending happening in the near future, and this could be first week or second week. But the ending, for some of you, I'm seeing this as the end of the wait time. This is the right time. So it's the end of the wait time. It's the end of that phase, right? Of the phase of you waiting for divine time to play out. For those of you, this is an ending external to you that impacts this situation. So again, going back into the divine timing energy, where things can't happen the way we want to when we want to, especially if there are other people involved and other people's destinies are attached to the situation. Okay, it needs time for everyone to then be where they need to be and go through what they need to go through individually in order to finally get to the point where you can have what you want, right? If that's in your best interest. So I feel like there's an ending external to you with the Death card energy. And this kind of pushes your situation forward. Does that make sense? So in the position representing you, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now this is communication. This is how you see yourself. This is what I also get, like, what your intentions are. I'm not sure that's something that anyone says when it comes to this position in the Celtic Cross, but that's what I'm getting here, like what your intentions are. So with the Page of Earth, I also feel like this is what you've been doing. Okay, you've been working on the spiritual realm of, manifesting, prayer, setting expectations, working with affirmations, as it were, but also, because it's on the same level, right? But also, you've been working in the physical realm, I feel like you've been doing what you were supposed to be doing, Pisces, because you were doing exactly what the Temperance card energy told you to do. Okay, well, you can't control this situation, so focus on something you can control, focus on something you can build, you can develop, right? Focus on yourself, focus on your job, your studies, your own personal projects, interests, yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, right? But there also is communication coming in. In your environment, we have the Seven of Fire. So this is in your environment coming in, maybe things you're not aware of, or it could even be how you perceive your environment. We have defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. So there's something you have to, I feel like this is a conversation that's coming in your environment. I almost feel like this conversation is coming and you're thinking about it, preparing it, so that when it happens, you're ready and you know what to say. So it could even be something like, you know that an interview is going to come, so you have some time to prepare for it. So it doesn't have to be anything, too kooky or out there. But I feel like there's a conversation, you pick up on it, that it's coming. If it's not something that is set or scheduled, right? And you're preparing for it within yourself. This is also a conversation with the other party around both of yours expectations, both of yours needs, and I get demands for some of you. When it comes to this situation, I feel like there's anxiety because of the history. Because the Seven of Fire it's not a comfortable energy. It's not like, I'm just chilling. I know I can do this, and I know I can get on top of this, and I know I can get what I want out of the situation, but I need to be careful and express my boundaries and make sure they are being respected. Does that make sense? In your hopes and fears, we have the Ten of Earth. Again, I'm getting, you hope to do this again, you hope to try this again, but hope that this time is different, okay? Because for those of you that this is about a relationship, it was very, very emotional in the past. There was a lot of emotions there. There was a lot of love there, but not enough, what do you want to call it? Not enough of something to ground it in reality. So it's like the difference between the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles for me, right? When the Ace of Cups is there, it's true love and it's beautiful and you can get lost in it and it's absolutely wonderful and gorgeous. But then you kind of have to go back to reality, you know what I mean? And then things don't really work out and it kind of dissipates. Whereas with the Ace of Pentacles, you still have love, you still have affection, you still have respect and all that. And it's still gorgeous, but it's more based in reality, right? So, for example, I don't know, let's say you have this time away and it feels like a honeymoon period and it's awesome, it's amazing, and it's just about you two and your own little situation, right? But then you have to go back home, each of you go back to your own homes maybe, and then the week starts and you have to go back to work or school or whatever, and you don't have the same amount of time to focus solely on that, and that's where a relationship that's solely based on emotion, on cup energy, can start to falter and it can start to struggle. Okay, because you get into interpreting everything and taking everything personally because you're feeling everything, right? Whereas the hope here is the Ten of Earth. It's not the Ten of Cups. It's like we've done the Ten of Cups. It was great, but it didn't work the way it happened, right? The way we were doing it. It just didn't. It wasn't enough. That's also right here. It wasn't enough. The love wasn't enough. The emotion that we invested wasn't enough to ground it and make it long lasting. Whereas the hope this time around is for that grounding energy, right? We still have the love, we still have the abundance, we still have the deep feelings towards one another, but we're also aware of what reality is, right? My reality, your reality, the reality where we have responsibilities to the things and other people as well, where it's a thought out choice. You know, when you choose the other person, it's not where you just get lost in emotion and of course it's the other person. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm rambling, but I hope that makes sense. And in the outcome, we have justice. Now, justice in the outcome tells you that you're going to get what you deserve in the situation. I almost said you get what you want, but I feel like you get what you deserve because it's more than what you want. Okay. I also feel like this is about things being made right. So something that you tried before, let's sum it up, right? Whether it's emotional, whether it's in your work situation, whether it's both. Because with major arcanas, it can be the same energy affecting different areas in your life at the same time. Something you tried before, it made you very happy. But for whatever reason, it kind of dissipated. It was solely based on emotion, mostly based on emotion, and, you know, the fact that you loved the person or you loved the situation. If it's a job, to give you an example so you can tell the difference, if it's a job situation, it's where you stay in the job for the relationships you have with your coworkers, with your boss, for the team spirit, you know, not necessarily for the money that you're getting, because maybe actually it's less than what you deserve, you know what I mean? But your focus is more on the relationship aspect of it, right? That's a cups type investment. And that didn't work out because it wasn't enough. It got to a point, it was beautiful up to there. Beyond that point, it couldn't move forward because it just wasn't enough, right? It struggled to make sense in the real world. I don't know how else to put it. So there was a leaving it behind, okay? However, there was still attachment to it. There was still hopes for it. There was still, you know, yeah. And so whether you're aware of it or not, you have been manifesting it. You've been dreaming about it, speaking it into existence, praying for it, whatever the case may be. But also accepting that, okay, it ended. Does that make sense? It's almost like, I hope that it works out. I hope it comes back around. I hope I have another chance at this. But at the same time, I'm not going to focus on it that much because it's not my life right now. My life is my job, my school, myself, my health. You know what I mean? And so divine timing started working on the situation for everyone that was involved. There's going to be some sort of ending happening or a form of release. You releasing a situation, someone else releasing a situation. I don't know what other kind of ending. But it sends ripples towards your situation. It affects it, it impacts it. And it sets things in motion. Pages are also new energy. So after this ending, you have some new energy through the form of communication. And I feel like both of you or both parties expect to have to fight for this more, but actually it turns out you both still want the same thing. You're not going to have to fight for it. You're just going to have to be fair and honest. And I feel like it's going to work out. Interesting. Okay, let's clarify some bits. So let's see what happened with the Ten of Cups in the past. What was that about? And why did that not work out? So we have the King of Water again. So water and water. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Emotion wasn't enough. The emotional aspect or the love aspect, it just wasn't enough. Okay? It could also be a situation where there were too many people involved, or too many people were important in that situation where it should have been just about the two parties. Does that make sense? Let's see. Temperance crowning you. Yeah. Ace of Air. Truth is revealed. Truth is being spoken. This is communication, and it's true, right? There's no if about it. There's no, I'm not sure what that meant. This is almost a little bit blunt, right? Because it's important to get the message out, because there's also this energy of, I don't know if I have a shot at this anymore, but if I do have a shot, I'm going to treat it as my one and only shot at this. So I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to say everything I have to say so that it's said and it's out there, and then I know that I've done everything that I could. Does that make sense? So what does this release in the near future for Pisces? The Page of Air. Communication. Again. And again, blunt communication, right? So we have challenging information, delays or change to plans, truth delivered without tact. So there's a truth being revealed about an ending, or an ending that sparks a realization of what the truth is in a situation. For some of you, this could also be the end of a contract. Yeah, it could be the end of a contract, whether it's yours or someone else's. Because again, I get this energy of external to you, but it impacts your situation as well. And if it's your contract ending, there's another one replacing it, right? I feel like in the same circumstance. So maybe you're going from one role to another, from a temp to a perm, from a contractor to a permanent, something like that, right? Or if it's a contract ending and it's something completely different with a completely different company, again, you still have, it's almost like, okay, we have something to tell you, this is ending, but we have this for you, right? So it's almost like you don't even have a lot of time to, oh my god, that ended. It's like, oh, okay, this is, oh, okay, it's good. It's actually very good. You know what I mean? Seven of Wands in the environment. King of Fire. So someone's taking action. Again, someone's very motivated, very driven. They know what they want. They're here to tell you. I also feel like someone's just like not taking no for an answer with the Seven of Fire and the King of Fire, right? It's like, okay, this is it, and the Ace of Swords. This is it. I've thought about it. This is my truth. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do for it. It's almost like they're not, it's not even a question, right, of if it's going to happen or not. It's like, let's do this. And you see how you have another king here, that again, we have King of Water in the past, and we have the King of Fire in the future, right? In the present and future. Because I feel like also someone else has, if it's you or someone else, they've changed. It's like they've grown up, and with these majors, they would have, right? Because there's lessons that have been learned with the Hierophant card as well. And it's like, okay, I still have a lot of emotion, but I've learned how to process it, and I've learned how to make sure that it doesn't manage me, and it doesn't overwhelm me, where I'm still in a position where I choose what I want to do. It's not like I feel like I have no choice. Hopes and fears with the 10 of Earth, 8 of Water. Yeah, someone's trying to come back. A desire to move on, to search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Yeah, someone's definitely experienced a lot of spiritual and emotional growth. And I also feel like if you were having trouble releasing what happened in the past, because maybe it felt unfair, if you or the other person, or both, I don't know, the parties had trouble releasing it, like, yeah, had trouble releasing it. You had trouble releasing it. Maybe releasing the negative aspects of it, right? Like, yes, I still want this, and then you remember everything that happened that was wrong or unfair, and you were like, but no, I'm just not going to put myself in that situation, right? But you only saw it in black and white, and you only saw it as what happened, not what could happen. Does that make sense? And then with the Justice card in the outcome, wow, this is a long reading. The 7 of Earth. This is investments paying off. Again, we go from the 6 to the 7. Seeds well planted. And the 3 of Earth. Yeah, growth. Growth. And working together. Working together. Being on the same page. I feel like something is finally coming together the right way. And I do see love in the cards heavily, especially if it's something that you tried before, it was beautiful, but for whatever reason, you just couldn't get it to work. But I also see work here, right? Job, money, business. Where again, something ended because it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to just, your love for it just wasn't enough, right? And then there's an ending. There's a ending of a contract or a type of contract, but there's one just replacing it right away. And then there's conversations and negotiations and going from one thing to the other. But this is where I feel like this is where you were supposed to go from like the beginning in the first place. But for whatever reason, right, divine timing, you can get there. Maybe they promised you this in the past and you were like excited and loved it and whatever, but then it just didn't come together. It's now coming together. And this is success, this is recognition, this is getting what you deserve and more. Okay, and it's something where it's firmly planted. So if it's about a job or work situation or money, anything like that, it's something that is, it's a permanent job, it's a permanent, you get tenure with it, I don't know, right? It's something you can be in for a long time with the Hierophant card there. Same with love. This is awesome. This is amazing, Pisces. You're going to have to tell me what this is for you and how it's working out and turning out. It's a long reading. I hope you're still with me, but it's absolutely amazing. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the month. I don't know about you. So, yeah, let me know. What's your sun, your moon, your rising? Thank you for your support. Like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps me out a great deal. Have a great month, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.